Hi guys, so now we are all set to start building our platform which we discussed in our previous lesson. So we want it to be a very simple website and we want enough space for search bar to type in and show results. And because we are not using multiple pages and this is just a simple one page website, I have an idea of having an image in the background with some text or titles on top of it, and then below we'll have the space for results to show up. So let's start building our platform. First of all, select an image because we want an image in the background. Let's upload a static image. So here we have our image. You can select it and move it wherever you want, but we want it to be in the background, so let's just increase its size. You can even preview and see how it looks. See, here's our image background, nice and clean. Now let's go back to our editor. Now let's suppose we want to add our logo. If you have an image, then select an image and create it here on top left corner. But right now I'll just go with the text. Select text and create a boundary. In this edit me part, we can write whatever we want. Let's just write Pizza Mania. Now you must notice that this text is not visible because of our background image color. So we need to change the text color. And in this element box, if we scroll down here, there's this element or this option called style. Now here we can actually store standard text, size, color or any style. Each time this style is updated, every single element having this particular style will also update. So in order to avoid those changes, suppose we want to change only in this particular text, then we can remove style and have one which applies only to this particular element. So now we have removed style. Now whatever the style we will create here, it will apply only to this element only. Nothing else will change. So let's just first of all change its color. Here we have this color palette. From here we can change the colors and from here we can reduce or increase the opacity, whatever we like. So let's just make it white. See, as soon as we change the color, we are able to see our text. Now we need to increase its size. Now let's change its font style as well. Let's do it Barlow. You can even bold, italics and underline the text as well, whatever you want. Now notice the size of this text box. If you make it more smaller, then your text disappears. That is because of your font size. If your text box is small in size, then your font size should also be small. And if you have a greater text size, then your text box should also be big accordingly. So let's just make it big so that our text appears. See. So here we have written our logo. So now let's just preview and see how it looks. See, here's our logo, but notice that it is looking very small and is not even clearly visible. That is because our image is very bright. So what we can do is, we can put a shape on it. Let me just show you how. Click on shape and then create it on this image. So here we have our shape A. Here we have its background styles, none, flat color, gradient, image, anything you can put. But we'll just select flat color. Let's select the color black. Now you must wonder that our image disappeared. Don't worry, we'll just reduce its opacity. We'll reduce its opacity so that our image is not so bright and our text is more highlighted. So this looks much better now. But notice that our text Pizza Mania also went behind the shape. So let's just select it and right click, bring to front. So like this, it will be above the shape and will be more highlighted. If you want, you can even increase the text size more. Let's just do it 40, and you can even bold it. See. Now let's preview and see. See, now our image is not that bright and even our text is clearly visible. So that is also another method how you can use shapes. Now let's write our heading or the text whatever we want to show here in between. Let's select text. Let's edit and write our heading. Now for our heading also we need to do the same thing. Remove style. Change the color. Increase the text size. Change the font if you want. Now if you want this text to be in one single line, you can extend your text box. Now you want this text to be exactly in the middle, so you can right click and center horizontally. See, automatically it came in between. Now that we are happy with our heading, let's copy paste it and write our subheading. Let's just edit and write. You can decrease the size. Now notice that your text disappeared because your text box is small as compared to the size of your text. So either we can increase our text size. We don't want our subheading to be bold. So here this is our heading. And this is our subheading. We can center it horizontally as well. So here we have our logo kind of a thing. Here heading and subheading. Now let's preview and see how it looks. See, it is absolutely in the center of our page and looking good. Now the only thing left is our input bar. Now again, this is all up to you. What are the things you want to add? This is just the basics. If you want to think of a more complex design which is a little more elegant, then absolutely feel free to do that. It is a really good way to get some of your design thoughts in. Right now we are mainly focusing on functionality. This video is specifically for design. So now the one thing left is our search bar, which is our input box. So for input forms, you won't find it in the visual elements. In the input forms, you'll see input, and then let's just create an input box. Here we have our input. Now let's just go ahead and explore more about our input styles. Here we have a placeholder which is basically a text that always shows even when there is no input. So in placeholder we can write enter pizza name. The second you start typing in the input, the placeholder will go away. Here we have initial content. Initial content is different in the sense that this field will always be filled in with piece of text. So if I type in, for example, non-veg pizza, see, the second I write initial content, our placeholder goes away. Because we are telling input field to always show the initial content in this case, which is non-veg pizza. So right now we don't need any initial content, and our content format will be a text. Next up is the style that we see here. We can go into edit style and adjust some parameters. See, we can change them from here. Let's just change the horizontal padding. Horizontal padding is a way for you to calculate the space that is in between the text and edge of this box. Let's just increase this and make it 20. See, our text shifted this side. Now let's even increase the roundness. Let's do it 8. Now we don't have to click on any save button. We'll just go back and see that the design automatically updated. See, Again, we'll center this horizontally so that it is exactly in the middle of our page. Now let's preview and see how it looks. See, it looks good. So now we have the basic understanding or kind of visual for the website. One last element which is left is results, which we will be showing and exploring in our next lesson as it is a bit more complex. What it will do is it will merge the little bit of design with the development. So see you guys in the next video.